Good afternoon, Yellow class. I'm just going to go through our afternoon's activities. As per usual, we're going to start this afternoon with our handwriting. So we've got the word people. P starts in the line, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up, round. Into that E, into that O, all the way down, all the way up. We come out from the bottom, up for that tall and into our E. Then we've got the word water, that W, we've got one of those horizontal joins. So it's up, down, up, off into our A, up into our T, into our E and into our R. Then we've got the word again, we've got lots of curly letters at the beginning. We've got our A, our curly G, G comes all the way down and round into our A, our I and our N. And then we have got that word, now don't forget there's a secret one on the back on a Wednesday. We've got the word went. So we've got up, down, up. We come off of our W into our E, up, down and over, and our tall T. Remember that N is not just a bump on the page. Up, down, up and over, and into our N. Right, our book that we're thinking about this week is Dear Greenpeace by Simon James. Now today, you've got to do a little bit of thinking today. Today you're going to think about Emily, and it says, what do you know about Emily? Now actually in this book it doesn't tell us lots of information about Emily. We don't learn lots and lots of things, but by the things that she does, we can learn lots about her. The fact that she wants to look after that whale, that tells us that she is a kind person, that she's a loving person. She's actually quite thoughtful, isn't she? Because she realises that she doesn't know much about whales, so she writes off to some people who she thinks might be able to give her some information. In a way, I would say she's quite clever if she can do that. Think of some ideas, some adjectives that you think describe Emily. You might need to discuss that with somebody before you start your writing. Then I would like you to have a go at writing 2 or 3 sentences about Emily. And don't forget to try to use that word because. I think Emily is kind because she wants to look after the whale. I think Emily is clever because she writes to Greenpeace to learn information. So using that word because to explain. And don't forget, we're going to start off, I think. Look at how we spell the word I think. It starts with a TH, we're poking our tongue out, think, and we've got the N and the K at the end. There's no G in the word think. Some people like to sneak a little G in there, there is not one there. Now computing. Unfortunately, we were supposed to be using the B-bots this half term, and I'm guessing most of you don't have a B-bot at home, and I don't have enough that I can lend them to you. So what Miss Allinson and I have done is we have found an online program which allows you to do some programming of B-bot in a virtual way. It's not quite the same because you won't have a real one, but you can program an image of the B-bot and you can move it around the screen, which is all set up online. So what we're doing is we're programming and we're writing algorithms. Now algorithms is a posh word for instructions. We're writing algorithms so that we can send B-bot to different places. What I'd like you to do today is just to have a little go with the program so you can see how the software works and to see what you've got to do to program B-bot. So we've got B-bot this afternoon for our computing. And then our music. Now we're going to use a Hampshire Music Service plan for this half term. So we're going to start off, and in your pack you have got a copy of the slideshow. Let me just see, I can't remember how to use the slideshow. Slideshow, there we go. You're going to go through these. Now today you're not going to go through all of these. You are going to go through quite a few of them, but not through all of them. So this unit's called Walking the Dog. And what we're going to do is there are a couple of little activities with some music links, and I'll put these links on the home page, on the Yellow class page of the website. There's some little activities for you to use there to get warmed up. And then we've got another little piece, so talking about a steady beat. Can you pat a steady beat along with the music? And then we're thinking about listening to this piece of music, okay? So when you hear the clarinet, you have to take your fingers for a walk. So this is starting us getting used to the idea of walking the dog. So the piece of music that you've listened to is called Walking the Dog, and it was composed by George Gershwin. And this is an image of him. So again, there's a link for the music. And you've got to think about the dog and what he gets up to on his walk. Okay, so you're going to imagine he's going for a walk. Think of the things that he might be doing. And then along to the piece of music, have a go at chanting some of those words. So again, that's a beat-based activity. Thinking about, can you say those words? And maybe you want to tap them along if you've got maybe an instrument at home, or maybe you could get some sticks from outside, or you could do some body percussion along to those. And that's what you're going to get up to today, and then we're going to have a look at the rest of those over the next couple of weeks. Okay, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.